some exciting news out of Cambridge, Massachusetts. Recently became the first city in the state to endorse the plant-based treaty. Dr. Cushman, can you walk us through how that happened?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was so exciting to see this all come to fruition. I'm the main campaign organizer for New England, and I've been really focusing a lot of energy in the Boston area where I live. And so back in fall of 2024, we launched the Plant-Based Treaty New England campaign and started doing outreach to the community. And it was actually in the summer of 2025 when we began the Cambridge campaign, which just started off as going to farmers markets and having a table where we outreach to the community, get people to sign the plant-based treaty. And one of the things that we did was we encouraged residents to send postcards to their city councilors, encouraging the city councilors to adopt the plant-based treaty. And we were so thrilled to find out that one of those postcards actually culminated in the councilor receiving it, a handwritten letter from one of his constituents. Um, and he endorsed the plant-based treaty and actually sent a follow-up letter to her in the mail, to the constituent in the mail, with saying, thank you for bringing this to my attention. I've endorsed the plant-based treaty, and like, what should we do next? So that gave us a lot of hope because there was at least going to be one counselor who was really on board in Cambridge. And so we set up meetings with him and a couple of other counselors, and it was really great to see how positive the feedback was. Cambridge is known for being like a really veg-friendly city, and they really identify as being really pro, climate action. And so they said, this is really a perfect fit for Cambridge. Let's do it. Let's be the first city to endorse, and other people can follow after us. And so with some other residents of Cambridge, we had several meetings with city councilors. We told them about plant-based treaty, told them about the different solutions that other cities have done. And we started working with them to say, okay, what's it going to take for this to happen in Cambridge? So they really liked the idea of serving plant-based food and even plant-based by default at city events. So they said, well, you need to talk to the city manager's office because they run the events. And, you should talk to the school committee because we hold events in collaboration with the schools. So we had these different meetings. We got everybody on board. And then we said, okay, we think it's time. Let's go for the endorsement. And we were really thrilled to have four counselors co-sponsor the motion, the policy order to endorse the plant-based treaty with the food action plan. And we were able to get a lot of constituents to actually give public comment at the city council meeting before the councilors were going to vote on this. And so we had 9 constituents from Cambridge who were a high school student, a couple of college students, a few different master's students, and community activists, people who have been in the community for a long time. And they all spoke to why plant-based treaty aligns with Cambridge's goals and values. And so we talked about affordability, about environment, about health, and about plant-based defaults. And so we were really happy because on the council meeting, actually a 5th counselor decided to co-sponsor the motion, and it was a unanimous vote to endorse the plant-based treaty. And that was on Monday, and so we're recording this on Friday, and so it's all very fresh and new, but I've already met with the team, the local Boston area team, and we're already thinking about, okay, what's it going to take to implement the action plan? Because they have it in writing, but now we need to make sure it follows through. And we're also, brainstorming about getting more cities in the region to endorse the plant-based treaty and take the lead of Cambridge.
Well, we've gotten 30 bills signed into law in California. And the one thing that is mission critical is support. And, we constantly ask people, sign up for a support letter. And what that does politically is it gives that elected official cover to vote for the bill or the local ordinance. And the fact that you are getting this grassroots support is really key critical because they feel like, well, maybe they're not completely sold on it. It's not their thing. But if they have enthusiasm from their constituents, they figure, what the heck, right? So we take members at any level that they're at, whether they kind of like it, they like it, but hey, just vote for it, And without that cover, they could look at it as, well, maybe I shouldn't do that, so that's so excellent, and congratulations to you. And what we also find in doing legislation is implementing it is key, and being there and not abandoning them after they have put the, right foot forward, so to speak, and to say, okay, now how can we help you implement it? I just think that this is so successful, what you're doing, and see a lot of parallels with what we do at the state.